Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In my previous video, we have discussed about the motivational theory. Now the next topic is the leadership. This topic is also for all the graduate students like BBA, MBA, postgraduate students, BCom students, for the JPT, DLED and for the B.Ed students. Although as the topic name is the leadership is very simple, but we have to understand this topic thoroughly. First is the meaning and the definition of the leadership. See, in simple terms I can say leadership is the ability to build up confidence and zeal among people and create in them urge to be lead. Leadership is the ability of a manager to induce subordinates to work with confidence and zeal, according to the Kuntz and O'Donnell. And what is the nature and the characteristics of the leadership? First characteristics of the first nature is the leadership is a personal quality. It's an individual quality. It exists only with the followers. It is a willingness of people to follow that makes a person a leader. Leadership is the process of influence. It exists only for the realization of personal goals. It involves readiness to accept complete responsibility in all situations. It is a function of stimulating the followers to achieve organizational goal. Now the leadership styles and the types of the leadership. First is a leadership style based on the attitude and the behavior. Autocratic, or you can say authoritarian leader. In this, leader expects complete obedience from his subordinates. Decision making power is centralized. No suggestion or initiative from the subordinate is entertained. Second, laissez-faire, or you can say free rein style leader. Maximum freedom is allowed to the subordinates. They are given authority to make decisions and the leader provides help only when it is needed. It creates self-confidence in the workers and provides opportunity to develop their talents. It does not work in any situation. Such leadership can be employed where workers are competent and sincere. Third one is democratic or participative style leader. It is a combination of both autocratic and free rein style leadership. Under this, the supervisor acts according to the mutual consent of the subordinates and it provides necessary motivation to the workers by ensuring their participation and acceptance of work method. Fourth style is the paternalistic style leader. It is based upon sentiments and emotions of people. It is like a father to his subordinates. He helps, protects and guides like his subordinates, but under him no one grows. Now the leadership style based on the official recognition relationship means formal or informal leader. Formal leader is the one who is formally appointed by the organization to direct and control the activities of subordinates. He enjoys full authority. He is accountable to those who have elected him in a formal way. Informal leader is created by the people influenced by him. They derive authority from people who are under his influence. The informal leaders have always one task to perform, that is to help people in achieving their individual or group goals. Informal leaders are created to satisfy those needs who are not satisfied by the formal leaders. Now, leadership style based on concern for people versus concern for production means the managerial grid. First is the improvised management, second one is the country club management, third one is the task management, fourth one is the time management, and fifth one is the middle of the road. Like this. Country club management is in one corner, team management is in one corner. They are concerned for the people at the higher level. Middle of the road is in the center level, and at the last, improvised management and task management, they are concerned for the production. Now the leadership style based on decision making, like linked system management. They are classified into the 4 categories. First is the exploitative autocratic. There is no participation of workers because these leaders have no confidence and trust in subordinates. Second one is the benevolent autocratic. There is no proper confidence in subordinates and the relationship is that of master and the servant. Third one is the participative. Participative means in this the subordinates are allowed to participate in decisions, but the final decision is taken by the leader and the leader does not have full confidence in them. And at the last, democratic. And this confidence and the trust in subordinates is full and they meaningfully participate in decision making. Now the leadership functions. First function is the setting goals, organizing, initiating actions, coordination, direction and motivation, and the link between management and the workers. Now what is the effectiveness of the leadership? See, the leader is who are desired to lead by challenging, coaching, and building confidence in people to achieve their best performance. Qualities of an effective leaders are the visionaries, means they have a strong idea about the future, how things might be different in the future. Keeping globalization in the mind, they have to make changes, even it means the downsizing, diversification, merger, acquisition, and the innovations. Effective leaders have the ability to put human resource into the effective use by creating an environment and providing the necessary skills and training. And an effective leader is the one who is self-confident and motivates people, thinks globally, and is technological savvy. See, this is the meaning of the leader in the simple layman language. L for the learn to be strong, E for the empower people, A for the ask questions, D for the delegate, E for the example setter, R for the reward and the recognition. And next is the process and the technique of the effective leadership. First is the leader should consult the group in framing the policy. He should attempt to develop voluntary cooperation from his subordinates. He should exercise authority whenever necessary to implement the policies. He should build up confidence and zeal in his followers. He should listen to his subordinates and he should communicate effectively. So that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos. Kindly like and share my video. Thank you.